Hey guys, as always, good. Thanks for stopping by the old Applebee's. So the ATF is on the warpath again. Want to talk a little bit about that, and I've got a whole roundup of a lot more stuff going on. I mean, it is a lot of stuff. I've got a bunch of articles to go through, and the last one I think is a little bit of a doozy, and would like to hear what y'all have to say about that. So a little bit of a roundup today. By the end of today's video, you are going to be better informed, so buckle up, here we go. Hey, today's episode is brought to you by Sportsman's Guide. Fishing, boating, boots, guns, and a whole lot more. It's time for summer hiking and camping and fishing, and Sportsman's Guide has you covered. Huge selection, and all orders over $49 ship for free. So get ready for your next adventure when you head over to the Sportsman's Guide. All right, to each of y'all, thank you for every, down on the floor, every thumbs up. Appreciate that. Y'all are crushing that thumbs up. A bunch of y'all play the game or can you crush thumbs up before the music stops? I think that's kind of fun. At this point, there's going to be somebody typing away going, Johnny, I'm tired of you asking for thumbs up. I'm tired of a lot of things. David? Also yesterday, I want to officially say that some of y'all got your jimmies rustled. Some of y'all got a little rustled up there, a little fired up there on point number 2 from Hard Truth Monday yesterday. Fired up. Well, Johnny, I could build a gun better than somebody that does it for a living. I've built 11 myself. I know all about gunsmithing. Honestly, shtick aside, funny stuff aside, yeah, I mean, I get it. I've built some that I trust, and I really do. I just think we all need at least one that was made by somebody that does it for a living. Just where I'm at. It's okay. We can disagree. Y'all loved point 3. I can't believe that. The response to yesterday's point 3, if you haven't seen it, y'all are all right. That was a lot of fun. So that was all from yesterday. Your jimmies got rustled. All right, we're going to do a roundup from around the web. Here we go. All right, the AFT has been doing this whole redefinition thing. It's what they do. They do proposed redefinitions, and this came out a little bit ago, but a bunch of y'all have asked me about that. The short version it's the new rule 2021 R05, rule 2021 R-05, and it's new definitions on receivers. Oh, okay, on the big one, y'all know the big one, the lower part where the trigger is, that's the lower receiver. That one already has a serial number on it. Anything that's got a serial number on it, that's what is regulated. So most of y'all know that, but that's the lower receiver on the AR. But there's also an upper receiver, and that's where the bolt carrier group and all that stuff slides in and out of, and the charging handle and the barrel screws into it. They're wanting to make both receivers to be regulated. That's the bottom line on this one. That's the big part of it. So trying to change the definition of that, and then also parts kits. I think that's aimed at 80% stuff, but moving parts kits. And then talking about mufflers, they're using the word mufflers, and I think that's important to make things just a little less loud. And then finally, they're talking about gunsmiths and there's going to be a new category for those that all they do is serialize stuff for people that don't have their license. So Rule 2021, R05. I don't know. At this point in the episode, I'm supposed to give you a comment on it. I don't know. It's the government. Next. All right, Portland. This is, I mean, people are passing away. This is not good news. It's just typical. You have a city run by Dems and run by Libs and run by woke. They've now had more homicides in the first 5 months of this year than all of 2019. So more homicides in 5 months this year than all of 2019. Portland. I've never been to Portland. I think I'm going to pass on that experience. A lot of places I want to go. I'd rather go to Asheville, North Carolina than Portland. At North Carolina, people, calm down. I'm just messing. I just don't want to go down to Asheville and listen to the drum circle and smell the patchouli. Rest of Asheville we'll take. There's some good people there, but not downtown. I'm messing at this point. Next. All right, shoplifting in San Francisco has skyrocketed over the last couple years. Once again, another city run by the Libs, run by the Dems. Democratic policies, they can't run anything. The only thing they can run is a fundraising campaign to get themselves elected, and that's pretty much it. That and islands where they do horrible things. Shout out to Slick Willie. Shoplifting in San Francisco has skyrocketed to the point where stores are closing in mass. Walgreens and CVS have both been canceling. I mean, have you ever seen a closed Walgreens? Yeah, there's gonna be some dude saying in Kalamazoo, there, out on Highway 62 on the frontage road, there's a Walgreens. But in general, if you see a Walgreens under any sort of transition, it's being built, not torn down. That's kind of the rules. 17 Walgreens in the last few years have been shut down in San Francisco 100% because of shoplifting, and 12 CVS stores. That, when you're moving into corporate America and it's hurting their bottom dollar, that's some stuff going on there. It's a mess. And speaking of cities run by morons, 28 shootings over the last weekend, this past weekend in Chicago. Once again, the little alien, her city, not doing so well. 28 in a weekend. That's now 1,300 for the year this year. 1,300. Now, I'm not a big stats guy. I mean, I understand stats and I read stats and I can peruse and I can parse numbers. But as far as giving y'all a bunch of numbers, I think it's silly. Let me say it this way. 1,300 this year so far. That's 300 more than last year at this point. So a big chunk. Like 25% more this year in Chicago. Democratic cities, never once. All right, moving on. I don't know, mixed feelings on this one. The Washington Examiner has said there is more to come with Hunter Biden, more revelations, more stuff coming out. I don't know, like, I feel like conservatives more than, I just feel like nonstop conservatives are like, there's more coming. Hillary's gonna get locked up. This is the one that takes the Clinton Foundation down. No. It ain't happening. It's been a decade since I've believed anything about Hillary. Oh, it's coming. And I think Hunter Biden's going to be the same thing. Yeah, there probably is more to come, but what difference does it make? I'll laugh about it. I'll make a meme about it and put it on Instagram. We'll talk about it on Spicy Friday. There's stuff coming, but is it consequential? No, not really. I mean, when your dad, the leader of the free world, stands in front of the press at an event, there's press there, and tells a little girl that, ooh, girl, you look 19 with those barrettes in your hair. Look at your legs. Look at your legs. They operate with impunity. He's a child sniffer. I say that ha ha ha. He's a child sniffer all the time. He sniffs children. That's what he does in public. Now, Hunter Biden thing ain't gonna mean a thing. Ain't gonna mean a thing. We'll laugh about it. It'll be something dumb. Good memes. That's about it. And finally, this one, for those of y'all that have stuck around, it's going to be a little bit of a payoff. The Wall Street Journal was talking about this, and they open with this, and I've said this before. California policy in many ways drives the rest of the policy in the country. It's not a perfect law, but kind of what happens here. And Wall Street Journal opened this article with the same thing. It's like, hey, what goes on in California does drive national policy, and it can even drive federal policy at times. So California has passed state bill, I don't know if that's state bill or Senate bill, maybe Senate bill, SB 132. And the idea is that anyone in the male prison population who identifies as female can move to the women's prison. And I know it's a complicated, layered subject, but with this one and with this bill, all it is any dude can say, no, I'm not comfortable here. I need my notes out of the floor. They can say this, go by individual preference. No surgery, no hormones, nothing. Just, hey, my preference is to be at the women's prison where the food's better. And they are gone. And that's in effect in California. The question in the Wall Street Journal is that going to make its way nationally? I'm watching. I think it matters. I think we need complete prison reform in America. Big time prison reforms. I'm really against. It's another conversation. But for-profit prison, not a fan. And people institutionalized for life for non-violent offenses. People always get wound up on here when I talk like that, but I think it needs to be looked at. But this final issue that the Wall Street Journal is talking about, interesting. I've got nothing to hold up but my fisticuffs to anyone that is against us, our way of life, and what we hold and what we believe as truth, and what we hold dear in being the Constitution of this United States. Yep, from my empty, cold, dead hands. See y'all. Bye.